Hi, this is Nicole Lee with Health, Beauty, and More, and I want to talk a little bit about hair and split ends and toxic chemicals that are in ingredients in shampoos and conditioners. Um, a lot of people, I myself included, struggle with split ends and have, and I recently found out a lot of information that can help with preventing them and taking care and managing split ends that you have. You can tell you have split ends usually by pulling your hair up like this and looking closely, and there'll be some hairs that just stick up. And that is an indication that it's already split that far up. So they can split anywhere in the shaft of the hair. Um, People think they're just at the ends, but they could be all the way up to the top and dry and brittle looking, and you wonder why your hair doesn't look healthy. Um, we're so used to wanting our hair to look, full and shiny and dry and uh, volumizing it and doing all this stuff with products, but we might not realize that we might even be damaging our hair more by washing too often and using chemicals that are toxic to our hair. Some of those chemicals in shampoo cause a sudsing effect, are actually harmful to your hair. And I kind of heard about that, but I didn't know what they were called or anything. But they can do damage to your hair. So watch out for that and try to get something that is high quality, that is an emollient style, type shampoo and a good quality conditioner, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on the products because they have some that are less expensive as well. So washing too often is not good, and the old tale, that the hippies used to say, let your natural oils lubricate your hair and it'll be healthier. It's starting to look like there's some fact to that. So when you go to wash your hair, and if your hair is already damaged and you want to lessen the damage in the future, wash it only when you need to. Not every day though, and just wash it at the roots with your shampoo that's not non-sudsing shampoo. There are even people that are going through a phase called no poo, which means no shampoo at all. And I'm not one of them, but they believe that you can just use bicarbonate of soda and vinegar and water to rinse out your hair. And at first, your hair is gonna go, eek, what are we doing to me? And it's not gonna look great. But after a while, it'll get used to that and start looking healthier. Anyway, when you go to rinse your hair, make sure you get all the soap or shampoo, I should say, out, because it dries it out even more if we forget to rinse really, really well. And then we go to get our towel, and we don't want to just rub our towel over like when you're drying off your body after a shower or shampoo. So let's just be easier on our hair and pat dry with our hands, and or just wrap it around the towel around and pat it and let it sit for a while. And then you can either dry it naturally with the air, or if you are one that wants to style it, use a heat protectant before you use any drying agent like a dryer. Of course, you should always condition your hair before you do any drying on your hair or styling. You might even just try moussing your hair with mousse, something like that, that's not going to hurt your hair, and styling it with that. So there's a lot of options that we can look at. And also, I am one to believe that the coloring, the cheaper it is to buy the color agent for your hair, the more harmful the ingredients are to your hair. And try to avoid bleach altogether. And a leave-in conditioner is a good idea if you can get that after you've done your hair. Just a daily spray on or leave-in conditioner is a good thing to keep as a daily practice. And when you go to get haircuts, I know that some people just want a 1/2 inch cut off on the ends. But a lot of times it's better just go a little higher, like 1 inch to 1.5 inches above where the split ends are. Protect your hair. When your hair is wet, you want to, a lot of times you just want to start brushing it and combing it. If you're going to use a comb, use a wide tooth comb. It's better really not to do too much brushing because your hair can fall out, especially it could get tangled. If it's the type of hair that gets tangly easy. What I do is I buy a wet dry brush. I know, since I have a license, I know how to get those, and they're not that expensive. But you might be able to go to a place like Sally's and ask them if they carry wet dry brushes. What they do is they have a cushion pad attached to the bristles, and that somehow protects your hair from getting pulled on. And so when you go to color your hair, instead of coloring each time the whole head of hair, just color the new growth. That should help. And then here's a list that people have mentioned online that they find to be good products that are not expensive. I mean, I haven't investigated the ingredients on all these, but this is just something that I got. One is Sunsilk. Another one is called Nexus Pro Mend. Another one, Pro Natural Hair Care. Bio Silk. You're supposed to avoid a product called sodium lauryl sulfate, and that is a carcinogen. So it's a cancer-causing agent. Excuse me for my allergies. It's a foaming agent too. It can penetrate into the skin as well. Also, you want to avoid anything with preservatives, modifiers, colorants, fragrances, and the following: MEA, TEA, like the word tea, and these stand for a long chain of agents. DEANIT. And I wanted to mention that as far as coloring hair, if you're going to do use an activator, it's best to use a low volume activator, meaning something that's like 20 is a 6%, peroxide is 20, not 30. If you go up too high in the number, then it's going to have more of the peroxide and it's going to be more harshness on your hair. And try to time everything so you don't leave anything in too long. You don't want to forget about it or do more damage to your hair than is necessary for coloring your hair. So neurological damage has been shown with MIT. This is from Natural News. And they said also with Suave, with Head and Shoulders, with Clairol, and Pantene hair conditioning. So I found out some things, and I hope these tips help you and that give you a little insight into what to do and how to handle and manage your split ends and hair care. And for those of us that color, it's really important to follow some of these suggestions to minimize the damage. Good luck in that, and I thank you very much. This is Nicole Lee. Bye-bye.